Christian Access. Stay tuned.
Christian Access, stay tuned.
Christian Access, stay tuned.
Christian Access, stay tuned.
Christian Access, stay tuned.
Edition of Christian Access. We're happy to have you here with us on this wonderful, beautiful, windy day, and we're joined today with a special guest on a special segment on one of my favorite segments of Christian Access, which is called A Father's Initiative. So today we have with us from Salvation Deliverance Church on 116th Street, Elder Terrence Taylor. How you doing, Elder?
I'm fine. Yourself, Elder?
Okay,
God bless you. God bless you.
Listen, I am so glad that you could join us on today for this edition of A Father's Initiative. I really appreciate you coming out.
I'm glad to be here.
Let's go ahead and get started, right? Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, been married to my wife for 17 years. Just celebrated last Friday.
Whoa!
Our anniversary, September.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
yes, 17
all right,
years.
all right.
Okay. I got a daughter, Shania. She's 14 years old. My son Shane is 12 and whatnot. So I'm happy with them.
Okay.
And when I've been in the ministry for since 1993.
Okay.
Saved, minister, gospel, elder in the gospel, teaching the Bible college.
Wow. Okay. Okay. You said that you're a teacher. What are you teaching now?
I'm teaching the Old Testament scriptures of the Bible in GB2. General Bible 2.
GB2. I remember GB2 from back in the day when I took it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. Like I said, I thank you for joining us here. On today on Christian Access. But I got 3 questions that I'd like to ask you. And as our viewers know, as I aforementioned, that this segment of the show is called A Father's Initiative. And this is the part where we talk to dads about fatherhood, what it is to be a dad, their thoughts, their concepts, on what it is to be a father, like those dads that are in the home for the moment, for right now, that are in the home, that are actually dealing with what it's really like to be a father. So we have 3 questions that we'd like to ask you. And the first question is, how important is a father's role in a child's life?
Well, a father's role is very important in a child's life because the child needs to have a father there for protection, for instruction, for guidance, and to have that love, to show that love that the father is there, that the father has a back, to show that love and embracing of the child, and to raise them up as us being Christians, raise them up in the ways of the Lord. And it's good for the father to be in the home because the mother, as much as she does for the children, she can't do it all by herself. And the father is there to need to participate in the raising of the children because they don't need to just hear only one voice. They need to hear that father voice there to give them some structure, to give them guidance and things of that nature, and to take stress off the mother because the mother. Society now the mother actually works. Most of them not stay home mothers, so they cook, clean.
Like yesteryear.
A lot of us don't our wives work,
right?
So they don't need to be working and coming home and have to do everything and stressed out with the kids. So the kids need that father to be there to help take up the slack from the mother and to show that love and to be there to teach them that they're good at education, to help them with their math, their reading, whatever you could do to help them out, just to show and support and encourage them, to let them know that they're able to do to succeed in life.
But Elder, what you just now mentioned, like in yesteryear, it used to be that the man brought home the bacon, he came home, he felt, he gave the money to the wife, she paid the bills and everything, she cooked the food, took the kids to soccer, like that type of thing. I think some families today still, kind of like do that if you can afford to do that.
Right.
But you said something really interesting. Like the way how you mentioned it, it's like being a team where it takes two to work together, hand in hand.
Exactly. It takes two. It takes the male, the father, working in concert with the mother, and having the same vision for the children, speaking the same language,
right.
Because the children don't need to be hearing one thing from the mother and then hear something else from the father, or the mother just saying something and the father is not saying anything. So then when it comes to relationship with the children, that they feel comfortable, that they could come tell daddy anything they need to tell daddy, or ask them, whatever they need to ask, because sometimes children, they have questions, and they might want to talk to the father, but if the father's come in and just watch the baseball game and clicking the channels, they don't leave me alone while my game is on. The child after a while they're gonna stop going to him.
Yeah. And sometimes children, they pick up certain patterns, some patterns from the mother, some patterns from the father. So if you have, like a father that is that type of father where they just, come in and turn the baseball game on, then, like that's what the child sees. In particular, like our sons, that's what they see. They don't see, like they won't see like the teamwork between the mother and the father gelling, working, working together. But that is a very good insight, Elder. I like that. Listen, I got another question. Okay. Question 2. What are some of the benefits a father receives when he spends time with his children?
Oh my gosh! I love that part.
Oh
yeah, man. The hugs. I mean, the hugs and the kisses. I mean, my daughter, she comes and she hugs me all the time, and she kisses me. Hey, daddy, she loves me. Wake up in the morning, she want to give me a hug, because I come home from work. Hey, daddy, she runs to me, whatever. But I get real excited when my son comes and he gives me the hug. Because men, we macho and a lot of times you don't do that.
And we don't do that.
You don't do that.
Right,
my son is 12 and he's almost big as me. Not, but he's up to here now. But he still gives me that hug, and he's like, "Hey, daddy, come here." I give him a hug and whatnot. And we go to I go to his baseball games. I teach him how to swing the bat. Teach him how to play catch with the football, basketball. Teach him basketball, whatever, and things like that. Swimming, he loves to swim and everything like that. Go bike riding with the kids and everything of that nature. And my son and my daughter, they both have their own different personalities, but they both need that attention equally.
But like there are benefits. There are actually benefits that like a father actually receives. Like especially like when you like partake in what they're doing, their after school activities, like things like like with their homework. You just mentioned the games that your son have, like his baseball games and different things like
and
that.
My daughter, she's been doing soccer for like 7 years, so.
Oh, she's a soccer player.
Oh, she's been playing soccer for 7 years, so I've been going to soccer games for 7 years. Me and my wife alternate. Sometimes I drop my daughter at the other game and wait there, and then go back and forth,
Wow.
So, I mean, because
you're a
things,
busy dad.
Busy, and then get them, bring them to the church, stuff like that. Get them to know the Lord, so that's also very important, Telling them about the ways of the Lord, teaching them how to pray, teaching them about
which is very important.
Yes. You have a personal relationship with Christ and whatnot. So we love them. They get in there, we take them to Sunday school. My daughter, she just started in Bible prep class.
Oh.
Yeah, got in Bible prep this year.
Okay.
Yeah, she's 14, but we was thinking about putting her in Christian school, but we didn't. She go to the public high school, so we said, since she's going to the public high school, we want to supplement what we teach her at home. So we spoke to the dean of the Bible college. She's into the Bible prep class right now.
Wow. Okay, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. And another benefit, like some people may not look at it as a benefit, but it's the feeling that you get when your children are out doing positive things.
Yes.
That comes back to you.
Yes, it does.
It really comes back to you.
And what I see is planting that seed, because as you can't have a relationship with somebody that you don't speak to, that you don't have fellowship with.
Yes.
So
yes.
as you spend time with your children, you're building up that bond, you're building that relationship, so that when trouble comes, they should feel they able to come to you. You know, so
Which is a benefit all by itself.
Yes, yes.
You know, because a lot of times children, they don't feel confident enough. They think that mommy or daddy, you know, is going to like reprimand them, or you know, like that they can't speak to their parents.
Right.
You know, like I look at it like today, that's one of the things that for some parents that could be like a problem. You know, where parents try to be a friend.
Right.
But like a good parent, and you know, I would say parents, we're all different. We all have our different styles and different things like that. But there should be a time when your child should be able to come to you and tell you what's going on in school, or you know, like you know, mommy, daddy, you know, okay, like my grade wasn't, you know, like so good like this semester, but I'm going to try to do my best.
Right.
Can you help me? What can we do? You know, because it's, you know, even with our children, it's still teamwork, working together.
That's right.
Because we got to, you know, connect with our children. We got to connect with our husbands, with our wives, to come up with a game plan to make our children successful.
That's true. And it takes work. It takes work. You got to put that time in.
Yes.
It doesn't come overnight, and then you have to. Sometimes you might get a little frustrated because you're trying to teach them and it's not coming as quick as you want. But you have to have patience.
Yes.
And children teach you patience.
Oh, yes,
you know.
they do. Yes.
Teach you learn patience through your children. You know, you gotta, you know, so you teach them and you grow and you watch them and you teach them. They may not get it the first time, but they try. But then after a while, you start getting what maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, a month later, they start implementing the things that you have taught them, and it makes you feel good.
Yes.
Like, wow, they got it, you know?
Yeah. You know, a few years ago, I had a conversation with a good friend of mine, right? And we were talking about having children. This was like many years ago before I got married, you know. And, you know, like one of the things that he had mentioned is that when you have a child, that is like a gift. A child is a gift, but it's also a gift to the world.
Yes.
You know, because now you know, it's a gift to the world, but it's also like a contribution to the world, because now you're going to bring up that child, you know, like to be a contributor to our society, doing something, you know, like positive. But you know that's a benefit, because you can be a proud father. Yes. You can be a proud father of a daughter that now has a college degree, or even these days graduate from high school, or even get, you know, like get a good paying job or start a business. These are benefits because our children, you know, like take from what we instill, you know, with them.
That's true.
You know, Elder Terrell, I gotta tell you, you're very enlightening. You're very enlightening.
To God be the glory.
You know, but okay, so now let's go to like a question 3, right? And question 3 is, Dad may not be a superhero, but he's my dad. The after effect of a child's appreciation of just being there for them.
Wow. Okay. Yes, I'm not a superhero, but I'm the closest they got to a superhero. You know, so that all in itself, you know, makes me feel good, because they're not trying to go to Johnny down the block, you know, to get help, or trying to get money, or trying to look up to someone else that's not from me, who's not me, you know. So they see me go to work and come home and not hanging out and doing crazy stuff in the street. So now they look at the pattern. So now they know that if you want something, you got to work for it, and be good steward over your money.
Yes.
You know.
Very important.
They save money. They got bank accounts and whatnot. They get their allowance put on the debit card. I mean, on the debit card. You don't give them cash no more. My wife get it sent to their card. So when they go to the store, now they go swipe their card. Just like us now, they getting to learn. They learning how to manage their money now. Now you got how much money you got on your card? $40. You got $50. You don't spend it all in one place. Okay, now here you go. They doing it like that. You know? So we teaching them that type of way.
Well, that's a form of value. Teaching them values. Teaching them
how to manage their money. My son, he's good at saving money. He'll spend all your money, but he'll keep
his
$2 for the money. You know, he'll always keep money. My daughter, they get they get creative and get money. Like they had their old DS games, and they was selling them on Amazon. You know, the DS, the little game, they were selling on Amazon. I'm like, wow. And my son, he wanted to have a yard sale.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wanted new toys and,
Okay.
and new things, so he wanted to get rid of his old stuff. So he said, Mommy, Daddy, can I have a yard sale? So my daughter thought he was crazy. Nobody want to buy your stuff, but we like, no, leave him alone. We gonna let him do what he do.
Okay.
So I got the table out in crawl space and set it up for them. My wife, she got the tablecloth the next day. She put it on there, and he put all his toys and stuff on the table, made prices and everything like that, and made a sign. And he was crazy because he was following the people. I got my table right there. You know, go buy something from me. You know.
Yeah.
But it was so cool. The deputy mayor of our town saw him selling stuff on the street at the table, and purchased stuff from him.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and gave him his autograph and everything. He wanted to encourage him.
Okay.
You know, to be an entrepreneur.
But now, Elder, you know, excuse me, cut across you, but you know what that is? That's a form of entrepreneurship.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
You know, which is one of our great staples in this country of America.
Yes.
They learning how to be a business person at a young age.
Yes.
You know.
That's
Wow.
true.
And where did they get that? Where did that come from?
Mommy and Daddy.
Mommy and Daddy.
Yeah.
You know. So overall, you know, like you would say that Mommy and Daddy coming together as a team is important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Very important. You know, because we are their examples. You know, so we have to prepare them for life. So the things that we teach them, they're gonna. If we don't teach them, they're gonna learn from somebody else. Else. The positive stuff they're gonna learn from somebody else, and the negative they're gonna learn from somebody else. So we try to show them, teach them what's out there that's good and what to look out for.
Okay.
Now my daughter, she just started high school last week, so now we let her know, you know, it's not like junior high school now. So you're going to come up against some things that's not that we don't believe in. You know, that we live in a liberal town, a liberal country, and they speaking about, you know, gays and lesbians and stuff like that. And they teach that in the public school system.
Right.
And we Christian. That we don't hate them. We don't condone that activity. We say we could love them and whatnot. But we have a way of life that we live to glorify Christ.
Right.
And so we teach them. You know, this is what that you're going to get taught in the public school system. This goes against our biblical teaching. So we prepare them, you know, so it won't be foreign when they come. Right. And matter of fact, our high school have a gay club, gay and lesbian club for the students. So we're like, wait a minute, this is stuff that this society is introducing to them. If we don't teach them our view and the biblical view about these things, they're going to learn it from the school and from society, and they're going to teach them this is what's acceptable, this is what's right.
Right.
So it's very serious. We're very serious about teaching them, you know, learning in the home, learning, you know, teaching them the way God.
But you know, I'm listening to what you just said, and it's always best to get it from mom and dad first, you know, before they go out and learn it somewhere else.
Yes.
And you know, for our viewers that are listening, I think that this is one of the reasons why we have this, you know, have family time.
Yes.
You know, it's always good to go out, you know, go to the games, go to the shows, or, you know, or whatever, the matinees or whatever, you know, like we do, like as families.
Right.
But there comes a time when we all got to come to the living room or whatever room is comfortable and have that powwow, have that sit down. And you know what? If there's a topic, if there's something that your child wants to talk about, we should talk about it.
That's
You
right.
know, okay. We may not have all of the answers, you know what I'm saying? But if we all just come together and talk together, mom's has a solution, dad has a solution, and yes, at times, the kids have a solution.
Yes.
And we all bring that, you know, like together, you know. So what I do believe in is the family, and I believe in the family as being, you know, like the nucleus.
Yes.
And this is one of the reasons why I'm doing, you know, like this segment, and the segment is soon going to turn into like a series, because I think that we, as men, we need to come back to our families one way or the other.
Yes.
You know, and right now I'm just starting, you know, like with a lot of the dads that are in the home, We're going to have another segment where we're going to talk to the dads that are outside of the home, that are separated from the families. We just need to come back together, because in the end, it's the children that suffer. It's the children in the end, you know, that that gets hurt in the long run. Mom is going to get hurt, dad is going to have his, but in the end, it's the children that suffer, and it's the children that are the future.
Yes.
You know, so to be able to hurt your child at so much of a young age, a lawyer, a doctor, an astronaut, you know, maybe president of the United States one day, you know, they can be damaged, you know, so this is why the family is important. So listen, Elder Taylor, I just want to thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And, you know, I hope that this segment will be a blessing to someone. God bless you, Elder.
God bless you.
All right. We're good.